closely at this footage. It was captured on a busy street in Kabul just 2 days ago in May 2026. What you are witnessing is the total collapse of human dignity as a woman is publicly flogged by personnel from the Taliban Ministry for the propagation of virtue and the prevention of vice. Her alleged crime, a dress code violation. She was targeted simply because her attire did not meet the rigid coercive standards of modesty. The attack is carried out by male personnel in a public space with no female officers present. This isn't about religious piety. It is about the raw, unchecked exercise of power over the vulnerable. This incident raises urgent questions about the agency and basic human rights. In today's Afghanistan, the state has effectively become the predator. Every woman and child walking these streets knows that at any moment their life, their dignity and their safety can be stripped away by men who face no accountability. Since the takeover in August 2021, the world has watched a systematic erasure of the female gender through over 100 restrictive edicts. As we stand in 2026, we have moved past temporary restrictions into a permanent state of gender apartheid. The implementation of Decree Number 12 earlier this year was the final hammer. This decree formally removed a woman's right to seek legal protection against her own family members. It effectively legalizes domestic violence, allowing for physical correction within the home as long as the injuries aren't deemed excessive by the man in the power. It has turned the home, the only place that should be a sanctuary, into a place of sanctioned invisible abuse. Women are now banned from almost every public sphere. They cannot visit park, they cannot go to gyms, they cannot use public baths, and they are even banned from speaking the loud in public. Their voices are now legally considered avra, something private that must be hidden. They are being turned into ghosts in their own land, forced into an existence of total invisibility. And the most devastating blow to Afghanistan's future is the ban on education. Afghanistan remained the only country on earth where girls are banned from school after the 6th grade. We are now entering the 5th year of this darkness. By mid-2026, the ripple effects are catastrophic because female students are banned from universities. The healthcare system is in the state of total collapse. There are no female doctors, nurses, or midwives being trained. Maternal mortality is projected to rise by 50% this year alone because women are increasingly unable to access gender-appropriate care. With no schools to attend and no jobs to seek, young girls are being sold into child marriages at an alarming rate. Families broken by the economic crisis see no other path for their daughters. This isn't a cultural choice. It is a desperate survival tactic in a country that has abandoned its children. We are witnessing the slow, calculated murder of a nation's potential. The tragedy is compounded by the fact that the Taliban justified these human rights violations in the name of Islam. True faith is rooted in the very first word revealed in the Quran, Iqra, the command to read. The Prophet, peace be upon him, explicitly stated that pursuit of knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim, regardless of gender, across the entire Muslim world, from Indonesia to Saudi Arabia. Women are performing surgeries, leading businesses, and educating the next generation. What we see in Kabul is not Sharia. It is a mutation of faith used to justify absolute subjugation. It is a crime against humanity masked as a requirement of God. To stay silent while a faith is weaponized against the vulnerable is a betrayal of truth itself. This is not about religion. It is about the absolute control of one gender over another. The international community has largely retreated, allowing this to become the new normal. Even the United Nations is now crippled in its mission, as female Afghan staff are banned from working for NGOs. When you stop a woman from working, you stop a widow from feeding her children. Over 20 million Afghans now face acute hunger because the hands that were meant to deliver aid have been tied by a regime. This isn't just an Afghan problem, it is a global moral emergency. We must demand that the international community recognizes gender apartheid as a crime against humanity. We must support the underground schools and keep the digital windows to the world open for these women. Their dignity is our dignity. Their freedom is our freedom. Do not let the women and children of Afghanistan be forgotten in the shadows of history. Speak up, because silence is complicity. Be their voice. Stand with the women of Afghanistan and break the silence.